Welcome to the Rescheck blog. Today on the Rescheck blog, we want to talk to you about how to pass a Rescheck. If you'll go to www.rescheck.info, scroll down to the Rescheck blog, and then you'll click on how to pass a Rescheck. Now I will read this blog post about passing a Rescheck to you. Most readers want to know one thing when they visit the Rescheck blog: how to pass a Rescheck. We want to give you some simple ideas to help you answer this question in your own mind before you get started using either Rescheck Web or Rescheck Desktop to create your DIY Rescheck. So read along as we discuss some basics that will help you pass your Rescheck. The first thing you should do to pass your Rescheck is talk to your building department. You need to ask them two questions. What building code do I need to use for my Rescheck? There are many options in Rescheck software, the most popular being ICC 2009, ICC 2012, ICC 2015 Rescheck, ICC 2018 Rescheck, and ICC 2021 Rescheck. There are also state and city specific codes that your building department may require. The next question is, are there any city specific requirements for your building department that they may make you jump through extra hoops just because they can? For example, the city of Houston, you can present them a Houston Rescheck that passes by 20% using an R30 roof. They will not pass the Rescheck. They require a city-specific value of R38 and several other items to be included on their Rescheck. There are thousands of other cities with their own Rescheck requirements that you can only get by talking to your building inspector. After you know the Rescheck criteria, your next step is to choose which Rescheck software you will use. You have two options. The Department of Energy offers a cloud-based Rescheck Web and a local hard drive-based Rescheck Desktop. If you are just getting started with your first Rescheck, I would say the easiest way to pass your Rescheck would be using Rescheck Web because it contains all the codes. Rescheck Desktop is lacking key codes like ICC 2018 Rescheck and ICC 2021 Rescheck. However, if you're in an area with low or slow internet connectivity, then Rescheck Desktop may work for you as long as the code you are using stops at ICC 2015 Rescheck update. The next way to pass is to know your project. You need to know the job site address, ceiling R values, wall R values, window U values, window SHCC, foundation R values, door U values, and the values of any skylights you might want to install. You also need to find a way to get a full-size set of plans to get the area estimates. Local office supply store should be able to print them for you. Also look for an architect scale while you're there to take the measurements off your plans. Once you have all this data collected, you simply need to enter it into the software. If all your specs are good for your local climate zone, you can click check compliance on Rescheck Web or Rescheck Desktop, and the age-old question of how do I pass a Rescheck will be answered. Thanks for reading the Rescheck Expert blog. If you need help with a Rescheck, email your plans, job site address, and square footage to service@rescheck.info, and we can help make your troubling question of how to pass a Rescheck a thing of the past. If you're ready to get started, simply go to rescheck.info. If you go to the upper right-hand side of the screen, you'll click Buy Now, and then you will click on the 79 Custom Rescheck, and that's everything you need to do. Thanks again for listening to the Rescheck blog and podcast. Really appreciate you, and until next time, happy Reschecking.